गोरी हृदबिंदु दिया देव कृष्ण नाम जाने तुमने कृपा कोरी हृदबिंदु दिया देव कृष्ण नाम जाने तुमने कृपा कोरी हृदबिंदु दिया देव कृष्ण नाम जाने कृष्णा से तुम्हारा नदी तो पारो तुम्हारे सकती पाछे गुरुदेव कृष्णा से तुम्हारा नदी तो पारो तुम्हारा सकती पाछे कृष्णा से तुम्हारा कृष्ण जी तो पारो तुम्हारे सकती पाछे कृष्ण से तुम्हारा कृष्ण जी के पार तुम्हारे सकती पाछे कृष्ण से तुम्हारा कृष्ण जी के पार तुम्हारे कृष्ण कृष्ण बोले वृंदावा पाछे पाछे तो गंगारा कृष्ण कृष्ण बोले वृंदावा पाछे पाछे महोत्सव की। श्रील भक्ति धीर दामोदर स्वामी महाराज आविर्भाव दिवस महामहोत्सव की। श्रील भक्ति तीर्थ स्वामी परम गुरु महाराज की। अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की। समस्त आचार्य वृंद की। श्री वृंदावन धाम की। समस्त गौर भक्त वृंद की। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we welcome you all to this Vyasa-Puja celebration. We are going to start now with food bathing ceremony of Maharaja, which will happen
very close that you come and yes, very close and so very fun. I wanted to invite you to that time, but the announcement of I tried to message you that especially when you are here. I want you guys to come in. Hare What time are we starting?
after this Maharaj.
Start so
रामचिंतामणि वाजते रामचिंतामणि
चंदन
प्लेन वाटर नहीं है?
नहीं है जी हनी ओम शांति 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 ओम कृष्ण गोविंद कृष्ण चिदानंद कृष्ण वासुदेव कृष्ण नारायण नारायण कृष्ण पद्मनाभ पुरुषोत्तम कृष्ण विश्वक्षेण विश्वेश्वरा कृष्ण श्रीधर कृष्ण वैन हरे कृष्ण अन्य सहना कृष्ण चिदानंद हरेश्वरेश्वर ओम जय शांतिरंजन ब्राह्मण शांति वैष्णव साबुन देगा साबुन ब्लू कलर का और ये सैंडल ऑयल में नहीं राइट अभी
Put water before you.
Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Bhakti Samaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaja ki jai. Shri Guru Dharana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Shri Guru Hare श्रीला भक्ति धीर स्वामी महाराज के जय ओम विष्णु पाद परम सबरी श्रीला भक्ति धीर दामोदर स्वामी महाराज के अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद के नाम छाड़ शिला हरिदास के ब्रह्म कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवादरि गौर भक्तवृंद के श्रेष्ठ धार कृष्ण गोपिनाथ श्याम कुंदर कुंजीर गौरान के श्री वृंदावन के मथुरा धाम के मायापुर धाम के सागरपुर धाम के गंगमा जमुना के तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की श्याम वेद भक्तवृंद के श्री श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन जागति रूपदा हरे कृष्ण महामंत्रा के श्री गुरु परंपरा के Shila Prabhu Bhakti Tiger Brahman, all praise to the devotees, all praise to the devotees, all praise to the devotees, all praise Sri Krishna. His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami.
Hare Krishna. So we welcome all the devotees to this very auspicious occasion of 63rd Vyasa-Puja celebration of Sri Srimad Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj. It's a very humble program due to situations of COVID-19, but we understand that devotees, since they take the essence, they would like to take the essence of the heartfelt offering of devotees over here. So the schedule of the program is as follows. Now we will request His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Swami Maharaj to speak about His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Swami Maharaj in West Africa and also speak something about His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj. After that, His Holiness Vrindavan Swami Maharaj is going to speak about the importance of Vyasa-Puja, and then we'll have His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Maharaj make his offering. Then we'll have a lecture by His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj. After that, the devotees can offer their offerings to Maharaj. Devotees can be kindly seated. Please sit.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Nitya Mate Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Nitya Bhakti Dhira Swami. Namo Krishna Padaya Damodara Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Nitya Bhakti Dhira Damodara So, I'm happy to be privileged to be here during this ceremonious occasion, Vyasa-Puja of Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj. Hanuman Maharaj all along when I joined the movement. And when we were young brahmacharis, one of the things that our Guru Maharaj noticed with him was that he was very serious with japa. And so that is something that he had sustained all through his devotional life. When people were struggling to chant 16 rounds, when we were young brahmacharis, he was chanting 64 rounds every day. One of the amazing extraordinary qualities of Damodara Maharaj is that he is he takes a lot of inconvenience for himself for the sake of sustaining social values of devotees or the spiritual values of devotees. However, a number of devotees took undue advantage of that value of him and misused the opportunity to take advantage. Of course, whenever you are too good, too humble, too tolerant, people will take undue advantage of you. We are completely opposite people. He is very tolerant and a brand fire. So, a number of devotees will try to help, and I used to really openly blame him. A number of devotees he tried to help, he tried to protect even his own god brothers. The turn up to be against him. So being tolerant does not mean that someone doesn't know his left and right. And that sense of accepting blame for others has been there with him all along. I remember he told me something that happened in the GBC meeting, and I don't want to go into the details. I just looked at him and said, I thought, what? They should have tried this with Vyasa-Puja Swami. I would have hoped. I would have destroyed the person's administrative life or whatever. But he took the blame. Somebody said, oh, he's the one, not me. He kept quiet and accepted the blame. So this is the personality that is working among us. It's a very exceptional personality, because he cares for the welfare of others. He takes responsibility where he shouldn't even. And therefore, for his congregational followers, for his disciples and his admirers, this is something that we could learn. And I remember each time I remember this quality of Damodara Swami, I remember the incidents of Krishna playing tricks with Abhimanyu, and then went into Abhimanyu's house. And the qualities that Damodar exhibits in terms of being tolerant and being proactive when someone does something funny, I correlate that with Abhimanyu's case. Now, when Krishna went into Abhimanyu's house to be able to meet Radharani, he dressed like Abhimanyu, and then he was able to infiltrate. The real Abhimanyu comes, knocking on the gate, and Abhimanyu's sister from upstairs, he showered on him all types of abuses. And what did Abhimanyu do? He could have said, imagine if you have a younger sister you are sponsoring, you are taking care of, you came back from work, you knock on the gate, and he starts abusing you and throwing stones on you. If it's in America, immediately they call the police. But you know what? Abhimanyu thought, I have to go and look for a ghost charmer, a ghost disteller. Something must be wrong with my sister. He was not reacting. And when I think about Damodar's case of his pro-action, when people get messy around him, I remember Abhimanyu's case. Because for most of us, we are very reactive. If something happens, we want to pay back immediately. We want to fire back immediately. So, this is an exceptional quality that we should think, and especially his initiated disciples. If you have a guru who has an exceptional value, you have to see how you are living up to that standard and being in that mode and setting a good example in that wise. It is the duty of the guru to train the disciples to be able to come to that level of his own standard. I'll give you a typical example. I remember one time, our Guru Maharaja came. That time I was in Africa. I was quite a young brahmachari, and we had escorted, seen him off to the airport. And so some devotees, some of the leaders, they were asking questions, and one of the leaders, he said, "Oh Maharaj, we can't act on your level." And then he turned on to him and said, "So what's the use of training you?" So the point is, well, you may say, "Oh, that is my Guru Maharaj. He is very tolerant. He is very proactive. He is very this." Well, I'm a conditioned soul. The idea is that you have to live to expectation. He is setting the standard for the disciples. And therefore, we have to see how we are living up to that standard. One of the exceptional qualities of Damodara Swami is that right from day one, right from the onset, he was very austere. And I remember sometimes they preach so much about austerity, and I would tell him, hey, you cool down. Everybody's not going to be, if you preach like this, everybody's not going to be austere. They will run away. So, you see, his austerity sleep for very few hours. And I remember when we have a card, what is the name? A Janmashtami. When we have Janmashtami, the program ends midnight. And Damodara Swami, he will sleep. He will go to sleep. He will just continue to chant until the next day. Oh yeah, this is the personality that is piloting your plane. And so you have to see how you're being very regulated, very proactive, very compassionate, very very introspective, and being very serious with your sadhana. He is basically a symbol of the epitome of sadhaka. And therefore, those of you who have accepted to be his followers, to be his disciples, you have to see how if you have been sleeping 12 hours, you have to perhaps change your pattern into sleeping for 6 hours. Or if you're sleeping, because your guru sleeps very, very less number of hours, very less number of hours. You can't say, well, I'm not on that level. So what's the use of training you? I mean, according to Bhakti Dhira Swami. So what's the use of training? What's the use of training you? So I don't want to take so much of your time, but it's a pleasure to be here and to honor Damodara Swami's appearance, his Vyasa-Puja today with all of you. Incidentally, I will not be around. I will leave immediately after this because of my situation. I have very bad health situations, and I'm just managing and waiting for Maharaja's time. Hare Krishna. Damodara Swami Maharaj ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, some years ago, when Brahmachari that time, the Gurudev his preaching in Africa is a very heavy austerity. When you say austerity, you don't understand what it means. The preaching in Africa is heavy austerity. And I said many of his Vyasa-Puja in my airport. Anyone who was able to preach in Africa must have this quality, which is rare. So one of the times he came to West Africa, the first devotee he trained as a journalist. After his training, the first thing he did as a compensation for Gurudev sending him to school is to blaspheme Gurudev. Hare Krishna leader absconded with Lakshmi. Which Lakshmi? Who don't pay his ticket to come to Africa. He pays ticket to come. What food does he eat? Which money is he absconding with? But that is a conversation he did for Gurudev, training him to school. But Gurudev's reaction, how did he react? He did not react to it negatively. He said, this is the best and the worst of time. Because that time became so much television preaching, so much radio preaching, so much harinam, so much programs, so much. The reaction was that he was attacked by weak devotees. And we went to all the police stations in the state, all immigration office, all. everywhere, all embassies, he went and sent letter, all the embassies in the world, that His Holiness Bhakti Swami should not be given visa to come to Nigeria. And there was a heavy police case. His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara took everything on his head. Every day he suddenly was in police station, immigration station offices, the CID offices. Every day, from morning to night, he carried everything on his head for months. So he did a little sacrifice, and upon that, one other goddess also accused him of killing killing her husband, because Maharaja sent the devotee for boga shopping, and he has to go to different distant places to purchase boga. The accident is accident, but he was accused of that. Police cases, varieties of problems, and he passed through all that very steady. As you see him, so it's iron, like an iron. In everything. So we are very happy the way Gurudev trains all the disciples in West Africa. When Gurudev is traveling, he sit in the front and they will sit in the middle, the back seats. So one time, Gurudev was traveling and Maharaja was traveling with him. So he went and sat at the back of the car, because in the middle, two Maharajas were sitting there. The Gurudev came to the car. What's it doing? Come here. Sit with the lady. Sit. That's how Gurudev trained. So we have confidence that you see them here, they will never have difficulties, because we will train in the middle of women, not separate, like in India. I'm sorry. But I'm sure if you want to be successful, this will learn. Learn from them. They will show you the way. So he is very steady and very strict, and he can absorb anything and remain steady in his Krishna consciousness. So we're happy you have him with us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Just a reaction to that. I've forgotten even that incident of that crisis in Nigeria in those days. And just to add up to that, the details most of the devotees didn't know. But when it's not only just the devotee that Gurudev trained, but he had a crew of people who were like devotees who were very weak, like ex-commissioner of police was also involved. And then they went to make all these reports, and then it's like, either you just carry a bag and run away from ISKCON, or you face death. But then I was going to the police station. I went to the police station when I went for interrogation or interview to make statement. They were also the so-called complainants. We are also there, headed by that guy. And then the police, we had like how many charges? About 19 charges. So then the police, incidentally, I came from a judicial background. So when the police presented all of their charges, just one charge after the other, I will speak and strike it out. I will speak and strike it out. I will defend and strike it out. I will defend. So all of them. And then the police just dismissed us. He said, just go. You don't have anything to do with this case. So then when we went out of the investigation room, when we went outside, that very guy, he came to meet me and he said, and see, you think you are a devotee. Then he went to bribe the police. See how they set you free. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara, for taking out your time. for coming here and speaking about Maharaj. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to request His Holiness Vrindavan Swami Maharaj to speak about the importance of Vyasa-Puja. Maharaj will speak in Hindi and translate in English.
नमोऽयं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। I am asked to tell something about Vyasa-Puja. I was ordered to speak in Hindi. Actually, I told I will speak in Hindi, but I know to translate will be difficult. So I opt to speak in English, but I will speak in my own English. Actually, I have not much knowledge about Vyasa-Puja, but simple thing as the word Vyasa-Puja. You can understand this is a ceremony to worship Vyasadeva. And actually, this celebration is organized on the occasion of Purnima of the month Asad. This is Asad month, and Purnima, the last day of this month, is Vyasa Purnima. This is Vyasa Purnima because Vyasadeva was incarnated. He came among us on the day of Purnima. So this is Vyasa Purnima. And here in Vrindavan and almost everywhere in India, the Vyasa-Puja is celebrated on Vyasa Purnima. But there is another trend too. The Gaudiya Vaishnavas celebrate this on the day of, on birthday of his Gurudev. So this is quite proper. As I understand the meaning of Vyasa-Puja, this is a worship given to Vyasadeva. But question is, why is necessary to perform Vyasa-Puja, worship of Vyasa? Actually, this is the religious principle. If you are taking something, you must give something. As far as knowledge is concerned, as long as you are not giving something, the knowledge will be not fruitive. It will not stay long, and it will not give its original fruit. So, getting the benefit of knowledge, it is necessary to give worship. So, we are taking knowledge of Krishna and the knowledge department is given to Vyasa-Dev. Actually, Vyasa-Dev is incarnation of Krishna, Jnana Kala Avatirna. The knowledge is given to world by Vyasa-Dev. So everyone's duty to give worship to Vyasa-Dev. So this is very proper. We are taking knowledge from Vyasa-Dev through our gurus. So we are giving worship to Vyasa-Dev through our guru. Actually, this is the celebration of worshipping the parampara. Our guru is giving knowledge to me, but the original source is Vyasa-Dev. He is taking through parampara, so it is his duty to give the worship to Vyasa-Dev through parampara. So this is not worship of an individual, it is worship of parampara. That's why the guru accepts the worship. Otherwise, why will he accept? Generally, a Vaishnava is very humble, and from his own angle, it is not proper to accept so sumptuous adoration. So this is the puja, is worship given to Vyasa-Dev. So Guru is linking point. He is giving knowledge taking from Vyasa-Dev. So he is returning the worship taking from the disciple. And there is a parampara to glorify Gurudev, the devotee. That is very natural. Actually, to glorify a Vaishnava is part of devotional service. If you will read Bhakti Dhira Damodara, one item is Tadiya Seva. And Tadiya is accepted Dham, Shastra, Vaishnava and Tulsi. There is method, several method to service to Tulsi, to Dham, to Vaishnava, to scriptures. As far as scripture is concerned, Tulsi is concerned, Dham is concerned, Rupa Goswami has given nine-folded method. But for the worship of Vaishnava, he writes, that can be as much as the worship of Krishna. You can worship a Vaishnava, you can serve a Vaishnava, right 64 away. So, worship is made, but this is not practical to worship daily like a Vaishnava, like Lord. But at least one day on the occasion of Vyasa-Puja, this is done. And as far as glorification is concerned, actually this is the main purpose of every sadhana. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Srutasya punsam suchira sramasya nanvanjasa suribhiriditartha. Vidurji is telling, Srutasya punsam suchira sramasya. People are taking a study, they give a long time and they afford very laborsome effort. With labor and time, they try to understand the Veda, try to study the Veda. Srutasya punsam suchira sramasya nanvanjasa suribhiridutartha. Oh, what is the aim, what is the purpose of studying Veda? Oh, Vedurji telling that suribhiridutartha, the scholar gives, recommends the purpose is yattat gunanusravana mukunda padaravinda hridayesu jesa. Oh, the purpose of a study may be many, but suribhi iditartha, the adored purpose, the purpose to which a scholarly person give respect is to hear the glories of that person, that Vaishnava, who keeps the lotus feet of Lord in his heart. Oh, this is the purpose of a study of Veda. This is the aim of a study the Veda. In this sense, it is very important to hear the glorification of a Vaishnava. Actually, this is directly helpful. If we hear about elevated Vaishnava, or that qualities, the qualities of that Vaishnava is coming to our heart. There is a radiation and that directly affect our heart. In this sense, it is very important in the elevation of devotional life to hear the glorification of a Vaishnava. And many, many things are there. In Bhakti, Shraddha is the main thing. A person get elevation in Bhakti in proportion to Shraddha, in according to Shraddha. And the Vyasa-Puja celebration is to increase the Shraddha of disciples. If a Vaishnava, a disciple, hears the glory of his spiritual master, naturally his Shraddha increases. So, these are some things about Vyasa-Puja, and I have not much knowledge, and as far as His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj is concerned, I am not very close to him. I am in touch with him, and I came in touch with Maharaj through Vrindavan Bihari Prabhu, and by his personality, I understand, I make inference what Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj is. But actually I have not recognized him yet. I am not close to him, but I am trying to understand his heart. Some outer symptom I see, as far outer aspect is concerned, he is well versed in Shastra, in Gita, Bhagavad, and in Mauritius I heard he is a scholar of Bible too. And Maharaj is very interested in traveling and Braj. Many, many things attracted me, especially as Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj, Bhakti Vasudeva Maharaj was telling. Maharaj is so austerious. His austerity attracted me very much. And I see he is yati in real sense. For sannyasi, a word is used, shraman or yati. Yati means the person who is making endeavor to get out of Maya, to reach the lotus feet of Lord. So, this meaning is totally applicable to Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj. Bhakti Dhira is very steady due to bhakti and for the sake of bhakti, both. Is steady. Oh, I can speak many things, but I know there is a limitation of time, so I am stopping here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj. बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद.
His Holiness Vrindavan Chandra Das Goswami. Yes, we have been meeting, like he said. We have been meeting for some years now. And what is our relationship? Our relationship is that anytime we meet, we quarrel seriously. What is our quarrel? Shastra. I would say, Maharaj, what is this? Why is scripture say this? What is this? Tell me this word. I want to know this word. And then he would take it to this direction, that direction, word. So I enjoyed my relationship with him. And his knowledge of the Shastra is really very deep. You can hear what is spoken. Explanation he gave about the meaning of Vyasa-Puja. Have you ever heard it before? No. Yes, this is not. She's very deep. She understands the extent of his knowledge of the scripture and the knowledge of Bhakti. So I'm very happy to have him as a friend. And he's very, very, very humble. Every time he sees me, he treats me like a senior brother. So I'm very grateful for that. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for taking us time for us and coming to this location. I am बहुत धन्यवाद. अभी हम will request His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Swami Maharaj for this.
Om Janam Timarasa Jana Jana Salakaya Hitakshomanitamya Tasma Shura Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutare Srimati Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Nami. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutare Srimati Bhakti Dhira Swami Nami. Namaste Krishna Padaya Prabhupada Satmani Shri Gaura Karuna Sakti Bhakti Nami. Hare Krishna. So it is a great pleasure and an honor for me to be here this morning, this glorious occasion. We have been observing many Vyasa-Puja of Maharaj many years ago. But this year is particularly special because it's happening when I'm with him. And not in an ordinary place in Vrindavan. So it's very, very, very special. And I'm very happy that Maharaj personally sent one of his disciples to invite me. I was really touched by that. Although I know the time, the date, everything. Some other devotees have already informed me, but still he sent his own disciple, personal disciple, to personally inform me about the program. Yes, I read in one book, I think a book of Guru Govinda Maharaj, was giving a comparison when in evening the thieves are very happy because it's dark and they're going to steal from people. And he gives the analogy that when the guru leaves the planet, then thieves also comes. There are not thieves that comes to steal your mobile phone or steal your money. No. Those thieves, they come and steal your bhakti, come and steal your sadhana. So in 2005, when our Guru Maharaj left the planet, so we are like wondering. And he also said that Guru Govinda Maharaj also said that a Guru is like umbrella. When the Guru leaves the planet, many things happen. Those of disciples were not very strong, they may disappear. Yeah. So he said that when our Gurudev left the planet in 2005, what to do? Our father is going. So we like no general to guide us. But we are very happy to find among us one of Gurudev disciple very special. We generally call him our god brother, but for me personally, I'm not very comfortable of calling him my god brother. For me, it's like a guide, it's like a mentor. Yes, because when I joined ISKCON, Bhakta, they were already Brahmin initiated, they were already temple president and regional secretary, like him, Bhakti Dhira Maharaj. So we are hearing these names. Those days, his name was Parikshit, his name. So we are hearing that in Nigeria, there is one powerful devotee, very powerful, that he doesn't eat much, very, very austere. He chants, like Maharaja said, he chants 64 rounds. We are struggling to finish 16 rounds. He chants 64 rounds every day. He didn't attend any seminar, but just started chanting 64 rounds. So we are hearing his glories. We are in another country, but we are hearing the glories of Maharaj. So Gurudev used to visit every year. He visits West Africa and start from Nigeria, Ghana, and Ivory Coast, and every places. So one day we organized in 1986. I think that was a centennial program. So we organized, West Africa organized a Padayatra. So the devotee from all over Africa, West Africa, has to come, to travel from Nigeria to Ghana to Togo and to Ivory Coast, then Liberia, like that. So I was very excited that yes, I could not go because I was back at those days. I cannot travel. So we heard that the name we have been hearing is that those days Parikshit. So it was coming with the devotees for the Vyasa-Puja, for the Padayatra. So I was among the devotees. I knew some, but he particularly I never met him. So I was expecting to meet him and see how, because we have been hearing so much about him. I wanted to see how he looked like. So when the devotee came and we give them the rooms, everything. So the first thing I observed, they told me that this is a Parikshit. So the idea I was having and the personality I saw was completely different. It was very, very simple, very humble. He talked less. So I said, okay, this is the person I've been hearing about. So I got inspired by his simplicity, by his determination in Krishna consciousness. And the one thing I want to say is that I was really impressed by one of his qualities, transparency. In 2003, I came, Gurudev sent me in India to study Bhakti Dhira. And that same year also, Maharaj was sent to India for his sannyas assessment. So we met here again in Vrindavan. We stayed in the same room. So he was having email, but he gave me his email password. Maybe you don't remember. He gave me his email password. So go and check my mail. So I was wondering, what kind of person is this? password is something like, very, very secret. How come can he give me his password? I went and checked the mail. And those days we came to, was in Vrindavan, we asked Gurudev if he can go and take bath in Radhakund. So he said, okay, you write the letter, the message to Gurudev. So we wrote the message and we're expecting the reply. Whether Gurudev will allow us to bath in Radhakund or not. So he gave the passport. The second we can check. The Gurudev replied. So I went and I opened the mail. Then Gurudev said, no, you have to take some drops on your head and just pay respect to Radhakund. Like that. So I can say that almost 65 to 60 to 65% of my spiritual advancement is due to my relationship with him. So when our Gurudev was leaving the planet, we were wondering what will happen to devotees in West Africa. Our father is going. Fortunately enough, the same year Gurudev was leaving, the same year Maharaj took sannyas from Vyasa-Puja Swami Maharaj. So from all these years now, we can see that we don't really, we feel, because Gurudev is not there, but with the presence of His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj, we don't feel too much. Because we see many of the characteristics, many of the qualities of our Gurudev in him. Many. The way he deals with devotees, male and female, the way he preaches, the way he travels, the way he's very austere, everything, all his character, all his qualities, all the qualities that he's having, we found them in Gurudev also. So we say that yes, our Gurudev will have left, but at the same, just like when Krishna was leaving the planet, at the same time Srimad Bhagavatam was descending. So Gurudev was living, and he also came up as a very serious candidate to replace our Gurudev. You cannot replace the Gurudev, but you can feel that we are very, very, very comfortable with him in West Africa. And due to, as Bhakti Vasudeva Maharaj said, in the beginning, right in the beginning of his devotional service, was having qualities. I've mentioned now, we mentioned 26 qualities of Vaishnava. Was having almost all of them already. Yeah, so we say that, can see that we are very happy to have a person like him. So for me, it's like he came to this world to help other devotees to go back Godhead, because he is very serious about his sadhana, and not only about his own sadhana, but he also is conscious of on how others also can have good sadhana. So we can say that West Africa is still going on due to his mentorship. So we are very happy that on this occasion we can celebrate him, worship him, and he's also try to expand his qualities through his books. Some of you have read his book, very powerful book. Like he made the essence of all the books you have been reading. All the essence of his book, the book, Spiritual Connection. Very important, because we can say we are devotees, that what is the connection? Connection is very, very important. We know connection when it comes to internet. When there is no connection, can't do anything. So when there is no connection with your guru, then maybe you think that you are devotee, but you are not a devotee. Because you are not connected. So we are very grateful of his sincerity, his determination, his tolerance, because we don't know his qualities. So most of the time we offend him. So this day is an opportunity for me to ask for forgiveness for whatever offenses have been committed, knowingly or unknowingly. Hare Krishna.
His Bhakti Dhira Damodara ki jai. He is a very simple and humble brother from Ivory Coast. His country, they have ivories. It's called Ivory Coast. So you should visit Ivory Coast. Get some jewels. he is very, very encouraging in Krishna consciousness. Yes, although we came in before him, but his Krishna consciousness is very, very mature. So every year he invites me to visit the place. And he will arrange program, like he's saying, as he was doing for Gurudev. So many programs he will arrange. And we'll go and try to attend to all that. So he's a respect for seniors and very interested in keeping to the standard of Krishna consciousness as good as they is very, very prominent to him. So we're very, very grateful that we have him with us. And you have no offense. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj, for your time and glorification. We'd like to welcome His Grace Shivas Prabhu and his good wife, Her Grace Vijaya Mataji. Actually, this Vyasa-Puja occasion is very special for all of us because it's the first time we are celebrating Maharaj Vyasa-Puja in his presence in India, and that too in Vrindavan Dham. So it must be an arrangement by Srimati Radharani. Her devotee is blessed, her devotees followers are blessed with this occasion over here. I would like to share something which is very interesting regarding Maharaj's relationship with his god brothers. Chaudhary Maharaj, as he was speaking, in age is not very young, and his god brother. So yesterday I was telling Maharaj, tomorrow we'd like to take some breakfast in the morning because I generally serve him fruits in the morning. So Maharaj asked me a very simple question. Should disciples not fast on the Vyasa-Puja day? So I was thinking, yes, we the disciples should fast, Maharaj, but you are a god brother, So he said, but we will also fast. We will also fast. So that kind of relationship he has with Maharaj, seeing him as a guru, genuinely seeing like that. So it's very nice that we also have so many sannyasis here today to glorify Maharaj, god brothers and god sisters. I think it's the first time it's happening like this. So all glories to COVID-19, We're getting this opportunity. I'd like to request now His Grace Shivas Prabhu to speak something about Maharaj.
ज्ञानतिमिरस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami iti namni। So today is that auspicious day that His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj appeared in this world. It is a very important moment in the history of this world. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that the birth of a Vaishnava is very important for the entire world, because when a Vaishnava appears in this material world, he comes just to execute Krishna's mission, and that is to deliver as many souls as possible back to the spiritual world. And that is why the appearance of the spiritual master is very important, not only for the disciples, but for the entire world, because his appearance creates such auspiciousness that the whole world benefits. So on this auspicious day, His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj made his appearance to execute Krishna's mission. So we are all very fortunate to have his association. We are all very fortunate to be in his association. So I can say that from the very beginning of Maharaj's life, we can see this purpose, this mission of the Lord in his life, as His Holiness Bhakti Chaudhary Maharaj was mentioning. As soon as Maharaj joined the temple, he stood out as a special emissary of the Lord. His life was different from many other devotees. He slept little, he ate little, he talked little, he chanted more, he read more, he did kirtan more, he preached more. So you can see that from the very beginning, he had come with a mission, and that mission is to execute Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan mission. So it is not surprising that he has assumed this role of initiating spiritual master, because that is why Krishna brought him. Krishna brought him into this world for this purpose of delivering as many souls as possible. So thank you very much, Maharaj, for making your appearance today to give us your wonderful association. In fact, as Bhakti Chaudhary Maharaj mentioned, your taking of sannyas was in his shoes. And so Maharaj took his sannyas in 3 months later. So it is significant that one of his disciples was ready to represent him before he left the planet. And there was no other person other than His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj. So, we, the devotees from West Africa, with all the hundreds and thousands of disciples that Bhakti Tito Maharaj had throughout the world, his representative came from West Africa in the personality of Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj. And it is not a mistake. Over the years, he has demonstrated that yes, he is an actual representative. He has maintained his spiritual focus. He has maintained his austerities. He has maintained his search for knowledge, his thirst for studying the scriptures, Vedic scriptures. He has maintained his enthusiasm in preaching. He has maintained his care for the devotees. Must be smiling. Bhakti Tito Maharaj must be happy that he had left his family, his spiritual family, in good hands. So, back to God, to serve Bhakti Dhira Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada in his association. It is my greatest joy to have him, that together we can serve Bhakti Dhira Maharaj's mission in West Africa. Thank you, Maharaj, for taking the trouble to appear on this particular day to guide us, to help us, to assist us on our way back home, back to Godhead. And please forgive us if we have committed any offenses. Forgive us if we have not treated you properly. Forgive us if we treat you as a God brother instead of as a spiritual guide. And continue to tolerate us and guide us on this very sacred journey back home, back to Godhead. Thank you, Maharaj. Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj ki.
Hare Krishna. His Grace Srinivas Prabhu is very humble. He is very, very humble. He is my senior. I met him in the movement. Actually, he gave me chanting beads to start chanting. And when I was coming to the temple, I'll meet Chila Tati by Prabhu's office at the door. So we passed each other. And then she came into the temple. I was coming from outside. So when I was tricked by very intelligent, very, very intelligent. He tricked me. I came to the temple one day and he asked me to come home. I was afraid if I had done something, he's calling for punishment. He didn't tell me anything, he said, follow me. So I followed him and then he took me upstairs. Serious was inside the room there. He would take wait here. When he comes out, she went inside. So I waited. When Prabhu came out, he didn't tell me anything also. I was expecting him to introduce me something. He just came and walked past. So I forgot he said I won't do it. He said he should move to the temple. I was very, very worried. Walk to the temple. What about the music? What happened to my music? I come here. There's no music here. What did they say that to come? So when I came to the temple, I came for his experiment. And then after giving t-shirts to all the devotees, so the president asked me to go and collect from him. So I went to him. That time my hair was really big. It's 735. Big head, one head, big head. So when Prabhu looked at me, so this t-shirt is for resident devotees. So, want to stay? I didn't want to tell him lies, so I said, no, the president has to come and take one shirt from me, but it's for those who are going to stay. Are you going to stay? I left. I didn't answer him, so I left. I didn't collect the t-shirt. The president said, you got it? I said, no. Go back and take the shirt. What will I tell you? So I was answering his question very, very deeply. So I said, the president said, you should give me. So he gave me the t-shirt. And then I was coming and going, and when I come to the temple, I'll meet him. That time, he has another god brother, very, very powerful. his name is Sudev. Very intelligent, very important. The day he will give me class, I'll go back to my house. I'll stay with him. He'll hear his lecture. Very, very sharp, but he has no ego. So I had the fortune to associate with His Grace Silver Prabhu right from that time till date. And I saw his leadership qualities, his dedication to Gurudev. And actually Gurudev said he is one of the two devotees that's making him to go to South Africa. Silver Prabhu is one of them. He's making him, because of him, he's coming to South Africa to preach. So you should know that he is a heart of Gurudev. And right from that time till now, his dedication, his service is highly respected among all of us there, and now internationally. He is the deputy GBC, is the global duty officer for West Africa. He is also now the initiating spiritual master. We are very grateful to have him with us. I'm looking at him, I always feel confident. And ISKCON is a successful movement. And by following this movement and looking at the example of personalities like him, there is always a future, and we are confident by looking at him. For the years I have been with him, I'm happy he's here, and he's very, very respectful. He don't treat me like a godfather. I'm watching carefully. He doesn't treat me like a godfather. He treats me like a senior, but he is my senior in Krishna consciousness. He taught me how to chant the Krishna mantra. So I'm happy that he's here with me today, and I continue to encourage him in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Babuji, thank you so much for coming. I would like to request Her Grace Kalpana Mataji, my god sister from US, to speak something about Maharaja.
I was thinking about, speaking about Maharaj and, what I remember, because when I first, I don't remember whether we actually met officially or not, but somehow I did find out that his name was Parikshit. This was in 1997. My first trip to India. We were at the ashram, the Damodara ashram. You remember? And the proprietor's name was Damodar. But we didn't really talk much, and what I could discern from this brahmachari at the time, I could feel his seriousness, I could feel his focus, and I felt that this person was a very, very elevated personality. But because he was brahmachari, and I could see that he was very, very serious, we didn't really have any conversation. And I was, at that time, I'd only been initiated, I was initiated in 1993, and my first trip to India was 1997. So I was very new in the movement. And so I didn't meet him anymore after that. In fact, I didn't know really much about my African god brothers and god sisters. And it's really nice now that I'm hearing some of the pastimes and some of the interactions, especially with Bhakti Dhira Maharaj. And I'll just say one thing. The only thing I remember of Gurudev's trips to Africa was he would come back. He would come and he would speak. He would come back to the U.S. And then when he leave, he would say, I'm not sure I'm going to be coming back because he always felt like enthusiastic to go because I wanted the association of, you know, some member of my God family. So the classes were very enlivening. He's very, very, very sarcastic and gives a deep explanation of the scriptures so you can easily understand it. And also his classes are very interactive, and he expects you to know. He'll ask you questions. No, he doesn't just talk, but there's a personal interaction with the students, between the students and a Maharaj. You know, so you can feel like, oh, well, I better study some more. So he's going to ask me, I want to know. You feel enthusiastic.
Namo Om Vishnu Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Bhakti Dhira Damodara Krishna Hare Gopala Shri Gaura Karana Shakti Bhakti Dhira Namo Om Vishnu Hare Krishna Bhakti Dhira Swami Gauravani Acharya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gopal ki listening to Solanges Vrindavan Chandra Goswami. He made a very, very, very important point in his speech. So one of them I will respond to. The Vaishnava will not be interested to hear his glorification. For someone to come and speak about you in public. The Vaishnava would not like to do that. Of course, yeah, we have the scriptural evidences we Vaishnavas will refer to themselves. In the fourth canto of Bhagavatam, fifth canto, Maharaja Japarat referred to himself. Say, Mahabharata. And then we also hear from his divine grace, Kavi Karnapura Goswami. This one of Sivananda. He introduced himself as Rasika Acharya. I am Rasika Acharya. You speak? Yes, I did. He's speaking about himself. So, this does not contradict the humility, the purity of Vaishnavas. Principally, humility dominates the consciousness of purity. So why would somebody accept to be glorified? Maharaja made a very good point. Some years ago, we went to visit the householder. And the arrangement was all the sannyasis were there have to wash their feet, side feet. Once one he looked at me, he said, see, have entered into this ashram. Physically today, many of you will not see like yesterday, physically. But how are we going to show that respect physically to yesterday? It is true, it's representative. Therefore, one will take the risk of accepting the service of leading others, which is very difficult, especially in Kaliyoga, and most especially